is Veena from Patter Cake, the channel that's about baking and much more. Here's where you'll find quick and tasty recipes for new cooks and those with less time to spend in the kitchen. Okay then, let's get cracking with today's recipe. Welcome back. Once again, I have two tasty recipes for you. Instant Oat Uttapams and Oat Dosas. Both are oat-based, gluten-free, healthy breakfast recipes, and both are quick and easy to make. So without a moment's delay, let's get started right away, right here at Patter Cake. We'll start by making soft and tasty oat uttapams. To make these, we'll need rolled or quick cooking oats, rice flour, yogurt, ginger, ground cumin, pepper powder, salt, green chilies, lime juice, baking soda, carrot, capsicum, tomato, coriander, onion, and a little oil. Like I mentioned earlier, these are gluten-free recipes with no rava or any form of wheat. First of all, let's grind the oats to make oat flour. We actually need 3/4 of a cup of oats for making the uttapams and 1/4 cup for the dosas. But for the sake of convenience, we'll grind the entire 1 cup of oats all at once. I ground the oats in my mixer grinder, and here's the flour. Now let's set 1/4 cup of the flour aside for making the dosas later on. To the remaining flour, which we'll use to make the uttapams, let's add 1 cup of water and 1/4 cup of yogurt. Let's mix it all well to get a lump-free mix. I'll cover and keep this aside for 15 minutes to give the oat flour time to soak in the liquid. Next, we'll do something similar with the oat flour we kept aside for making the dosas. To this, let's add 1/4 cup of water and 1 tablespoon of yogurt. Let's mix this well and then cover it and keep it aside till we finish making the uttapams. Before seasoning the uttapam batter, let's prepare the topping mix. Into this bowl, let's add 3 tablespoons each of finely chopped tomato, finely chopped capsicum, grated carrot, finely chopped onions, and chopped coriander. Let's mix everything well. Now coming to the batter, let's give it a quick stir and then mix in 1/4 cup of rice flour and around 2 tablespoons of water. The batter should be free from lumps. Next, we'll add the seasonings. 1 teaspoon ground cumin, 1 teaspoon crushed ginger, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon pepper powder, 1 teaspoon chopped green chilies, and 1 teaspoon of lime juice. Let's give it all a good stir. And then finally, mix in 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. You could skip the baking soda if you want to. I'm adding it because oat flour batter tends to become dense after cooking. But if we add baking soda to it, that would help make the uttapams lighter and softer. My non-stick pan is now hot enough to make the uttapams. I had set the heat to medium. So now, let's drizzle a few drops of oil and smear it evenly on the pan using a paper towel. I'll add 2 ladles of batter to the pan and spread it a little. I'm making uttapams of around 6 inches diameter. Let's add a few spoons of the topping on the batter and press it down lightly. Now let's cover the pan, reduce the heat to medium-low and let the uttapam cook for around 2 minutes. Let's check how it's doing. It has started browning along the edges, and so I'll now drizzle a few drops of oil around the uttapam and on top of it, and then flip it over. Let's cook the other side for around a minute. I'll flip it again and transfer it to a plate. Now let's make another one. This is the fifth and last uttapam. Now let's make some oat dosas. To make them, we'll need oats, rice flour, yogurt, ginger, ground cumin, chopped green chili, salt, pepper powder and a little oil. The oat flour batter we had prepared earlier has had enough time to soak. So now let's add 2 tablespoons of rice flour and a quarter cup of water to it. Next, let's add in half a teaspoon of crushed ginger, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, approximately 1/3 of a teaspoon of salt. We can add more later on if necessary, a quarter teaspoon of pepper powder and around half a teaspoon of finely chopped green chili. Let's mix everything and add in another quarter cup of water to adjust the batter to a thin flowing consistency. I've heated my pan with the heat on medium. I'll now drizzle a little oil on it and spread the oil evenly. Let's add around 3 ladles of batter to the hot pan and using the back of the spoon, spread it gently. The dosas we are making will be a little larger in size than the uttapams. I'll reduce the heat to medium-low and let the dosa cook for around 2 minutes till its edges start lifting away from the pan. Let's flip it and let the other side cook for a few seconds. Then let's flip it again and remove it to a plate. Let's make another one. We don't have to spread the batter too thinly because oat dosas are not crisp. They are somewhat soft like crepes. The batter was enough to make 3 dosas. The uttapams and dosas can be enjoyed with coriander chutney or even tomato ketchup. Preparing a healthy breakfast of tasty oat uttapams or dosas is a breeze. But don't take my word for it. Go ahead and try out both recipes. And if you have any questions or even special requests, please put them in the comments box below, okay? Hope you enjoyed today's video. And do stop by again for yet another quick and tasty recipe. Till then, take care, happy cooking!